Jon Kane's passionate drive to assist injured veterans would bring about his most ambitious project, the corpsman and the coach.
I was in my doctor's office one day in Devon, Dr. Robert Pram, and he was late. He's never late. And I was giving him a really hard time about being late. He said, "John, I was just with a family whose son lost 2 legs and an arm in Afghanistan." I said, "Dr. Pram, we've got to help. What are we going to do? What can I do?" I'm a veteran. My roommate died in Vietnam, but he was MIA for 10 years because he must have been someplace he shouldn't have been. He was a helicopter pilot. I later found out he was shot down and killed trying to rescue a bunch of our guys off of a base camp that was being overrun. That deeply affected me. I came home from a war where people thought I was a killer. That deeply affected me also. So to help these young heroes coming home from Afghanistan and Iraq was wonderful, just wonderful. And so I reached out to some friends in the community.
It was an honor that you made that special phone call some time ago, close to 2 years, I guess, to see if there might be a way that I might be able to assist in your interest in helping Jay Raffetto, the Navy corpsman who tragically blown up and lost 2 legs, an arm, and has 2 fingers on that one arm. And you came to me and wanted to know if I was able to help. And we reached out to Coach Vermell and made a decision that we were going to help in an extraordinary way if we could. We didn't want it to just be another beef and beer, and we all got a lot closer in that process in deciding we were going to help do something and try to provide a nest egg for Jay and Emily.
I first met Jon Kane through his efforts in raising funds for Jay Raffetto. Jay was a wounded warrior, and very seriously wounded, and needed help. And no better person to step in and help was Jon Kane. I met Jon through a personal friend, and he asked me to get involved through my wine business and the restaurants and the other people in the community. We got involved, and Jon Kane head coached a major program and raised a lot of money for this young person, a very deserving guy. And the relationship went way beyond that. Then we found out we had many other things in common, and such as wine. And I'm in the wine business, and he knows I'm from the Napa Valley, and we started sharing bottles of wine together, and wines that he couldn't get that I could get, I would share with him. So it's been a very positive experience. I visited the Raffetto family. I've been down to the military base and hospital where Jay was rehabbing, and I know what it's all about, and I know what Jon Kane's all about. He's all about other people and helping them, and it's nice to be in a position to contribute to helping somebody honor Jon Kane.
Jon put together a team, and there were people that knew the Raffetto family. They came to Jon. Jon said, "We need to help." What Jon did over the next couple of months was, in addition to putting this team together, he inspired us greatly to achieve more than we ever anticipated being able to achieve.
It was almost uncanny that a year after you inspired everybody and wanted to step up and help Jay, it was surprising that a year later you were put in a very compromised position. And I have to be honest with you, when I saw you, I was taken back with the challenges that I knew you were going to face in the days, weeks, and years to come.
He was going to perhaps face an ordeal, but he was going to approach that ordeal with the same courage and perseverance and desire that had exhibited themselves so many times during the Raffetto story, and which served Jon no doubt in Vietnam and at Pepper Hamilton and all the other aspects of his life.
You were knocked off your feet, to say the least. You were put in Jay Raffetto's situation in a very similar way. You were going to have to take a page out of the Raffetto book to fight back. And something tells me that in those therapy sessions of fighting back, Jay Raffetto came to mind. And if Jay had to do it, you were going to have to do it. And I know Susan was there, and some great therapists were there, but all of that said, you could have sat in that foxhole and said, the hell with it all. and I'm going to sit here and life is going to pass you by, but you chose to embrace this, you chose to fight back, and you chose to not let this deter your retirement, and you've inspired us all. It's amazing what you've done. A salute to Jay Raffetto for inspiring us all, and now here it is, you inspiring us through Jay is something that has moved us all. And we congratulate you, we salute you, you're a true American, and thank you for the inspiration to make us all look at each other and say, you know what, when the chips are down, doggone it, pull up the bootstraps and fight on.